Hey there, meteorologist Ryan Weekman in the WTOL 11 Weather Center. So good to see you on a Monday where, depending on where you live, it's either been a very soggy, wet start to the week or things have been dry, and obviously one or the other. But we had a pretty sharp line earlier today with the rain that came on through places south of Toledo. It has been very wet. The slug of rain that came through now all the way up in the western or eastern parts of Lake Erie. Toledo largely spared by the rainfall, but we still have showers continuing from Cleveland, Columbus, down towards Cincinnati as we're approaching the lunchtime for today. All part of a bigger system that will continue to spread at least some clouds our way at times over the next 24 to 36 hours. Bigger inspection. What's happening here? We've got a large area of low pressure. This is sitting right over Wisconsin right now. Obviously, a lot of clouds with this. It's got kind of two pieces of energy that are something that we need to monitor. First one was this front. Look how it arcs all the way from Kentucky up through Ontario and curls eventually back in and around this system. That's what brought us our first round of rainfall this morning. If you look back off to the west here, we'll have another front that's now approaching Chicago, and that could potentially lead to a couple more showers or thunderstorms redeveloping off to our west by this evening. But I think most of them will dry up before getting into our neck of the woods. So let's talk about it here. And not only that, but how about that Canadian wildfire smoke? Going to notice this over the next 24 to 36 hours, especially for our Tuesday forecast during the morning. That sunrise might be a little extra hazy before clouds build back in later on in the day. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. My hour-by-hour forecast. Most of the rainfall today has now shifted off to the east. So we put the clock into motion, and this afternoon does look pretty quiet. As we go through the afternoon and into the evening hours tonight, there's where a couple of those showers or downpours will try to develop west of Toledo, but you see they just don't really hang out all that long. Most of them expecting to be falling apart. Into tomorrow morning, here we go. Pretty dry and quiet, right? Should be a beautiful sunrise, albeit hazy because of that Canadian wildfire smoke. And as we advance into the afternoon hours, I expect clouds are going to billow up. It's going to go from one of those days that's perfectly sunny in the morning. You go, oh, this is going to be a blue sky day all day long. And then just like that, the clouds start to build up and it actually becomes a little bit of a sneaky overcast day. And you find yourself saying, I wish I had put on an extra layer, perhaps. It's not going to be cold, but it's not going to be sizzling June hot either. 78 today, 74 the high temperature for Tuesday. Let's jump ahead to the middle of the week. You want some summertime heat? Here it comes. Wednesday, 86 degrees. How about 87 the high temperature for Thursday? So looking warm once again. Those are actually the two warmest days I've got in the 10-day forecast. So it's by our year, 2025 year standard, a major warm up. It's been hard to hold on to this summertime heat anywhere in this 10-day forecast. When you look at the high temperature trends for us, there's the 86 Wednesday, 87 for Thursday. Trails off a little bit to end this week, 84 for Friday, 81 for Saturday, but still looking mild for Father's Day with a high temperature around 80 degrees. And we'll flirt with some of those same numbers into next week as well. If you look at the bottom line here, our average high temperature by the end of this 10-day forecast jumps up to 83 degrees. So we expect by this time in the year, we are hitting the low 80s for a high temperature. It's not something that maybe you want. It's what the expectation is, what we normally will hit day to day. Sunny skies on Wednesday. Thursday, Friday looking dry with our next chance for some showers either late Friday or Saturday in this forecast. And as we head towards Sunday, there you'll find Father's Day. Right now 80 degrees or, well, 79, close enough, with the relatively dry conditions, partly sunny skies. So a chance after what has been a very wet stretch, depending on where you live, things finally beginning to dry out a bit more consistently. That's the latest on our 10-day forecast. Have a great rest of your Monday.